That
So
nigga
you
was
say if
buying
you buy a
babies.
baby, you about to hang that shit over the ledge?
That nigga Mike had money and he was bored and he was getting crazy, just like Kanye.
Yeah.
Why the fuck does Kanye have a ranch in Wyoming? That nigga's not a fucking horse.
Wait. Wyoming is a beautiful place.
At my crib, I got baddies galore. They just blow all the rats on couture. On the beach, we just chill by the shore. I need MTV Chris for a tour. I got race on code that Danny Fanos. When I don't take them out, they get tantrum.
Because you eat too healthy.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm trying to help get y'all on the same tip, but this nigga over here talking about breathing. This nigga's over here talking about basketball every other season.
Yeah, listen. I don't drink soda and I don't eat beef or pork. So my whole thing is I just don't eat right, as much as I should. But I try. But going to work and living regular life, sometimes that shit is not permitted. You gotta just go with the punches.
Yeah.
I mean, you can, but you gotta make sure you know what you work on.
You do. It's just you're absolutely right. You have to put the time in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Joe, did you ever try to hit that court after that breathing exercise shit you was talking about?
Yeah, I haven't seen a basketball court in years, man.
Look,
But
exactly.
listen,
I'm thinking over here talking about I'm gonna sit here, sit right here, right? I'm gonna sit right here. And I'll be able to go ahead and run.
All right. Listen. All right, don't do me like that. Don't do me like that.
Tell me that wasn't the shit you was saying.
What?
So this is fucking exactly, nigga. Fucking exactly, nigga. What you talking about? That's exactly what you said. So I'm going do yoga while sitting and run up and down the whole court.
Listen. What I said was you can expand your lung capacity by doing this specific method. And in theory, you know what I'm saying, you should be able to fucking run up and down the court. Now, obviously, you know what I'm saying, you might want to hit the treadmill a little bit.
Nah, you ain't saying no treadmill, my nigga. No treadmill. You said just
I can still give you a light 40. You know what I'm saying? Even that fucking 250. You can still get that. So like I just think that like my point was like I'm ready. Regardless.
He's ready, Key.
No, sir. Them say they ready. But we know ready.
Hey, I respect everybody's heart. The man says he's ready. I'm not ready.
You think you will be ready after that?
What? After the breathing exercise?
Yeah, you think you'd be ready?
Nah, I probably won't be ready. I actually bought one of those breathing, those lung masks, the shits that people work out with for your breathing capacity.
Yeah.
So when he said that, yeah, I got one of those. So I want to actually start running with that shit on and everything, actually. But even after that, maybe like after 2 weeks of that, I might be ready. But I don't know if I'll be ready.
Have y'all gone out since COVID? Speaking of like breathing and shit and things like that, like have y'all gone out to like dinner or out to places, be social since COVID? I know I went to a couple restaurants. I don't know about y'all.
No, I haven't been in a restaurant. I've been to like stores.
It just like feels like, I don't know, it's weird. Like that shit is never gonna go away. Like this is the new norm.
Yeah, it's really strange. Like I haven't, we try not to go out anywhere because it's weird. Like this area where like everybody will be outside and they won't have on like masks and shit. And then like when like you look at people weird and you have your mask on and then they look like, oh, like I guess I have to pull my mask up. Yeah, bitch, you should pull your mask up because I ain't trying to get sick from you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's people more so than anything, and I guess that's what we struggle with always, right? It's not necessarily any like laws or anything like that are like problematic. It's just the heart of man, just in general, just is not right, and like their fucking intelligence level is fucking super duper low for a lot of people. I actually was in the grocery store this morning after we fucking got back from the ER. And there was this old woman. God, man, she looked like she was in her 80s. You know what I mean? And so she had like two things, and she was in the self checkout, and she was talking to the dude, and she was like, he was like, "Yeah, ma'am, can you pull your mask up?" And she was like, "Well, if I get COVID, then I'm just gonna drop dead right here." And the guy was like, "Yeah, well, it's not really about you. It's about everybody else in the store." And she was like, "Well, I'm not gonna pass it to anyone." And he was like, "Well, you don't know." You know what I'm
Facts,
saying?
you don't know.
Yeah, you know what I mean? There's no way to know for sure. And that's a general consensus around just like the virus, right? Like people just are not taking it seriously enough because, 160,000 people, you may not necessarily know somebody that has died, But like the problem moving forward, you're gonna have a bunch of people. I'm gonna fucking coin the term now. I'm gonna call them COVID kids, where somebody that they knew, their parents, their uncles, their grandparents, fucking died from this COVID shit, and they're gonna grow up and their fucking mind's gonna be fucked because they did this fucking crazy quarantine shit that I don't think that as adults we're realizing the impact that it's gonna have on like teenagers and kids. You know what I mean? Like being kind of like anti-socialized to a degree. You know what I'm saying? Just staying home literally all day long, which is what we all wanted to do as kids, but we never really had the chance to do that. But now that like these kids do, you're gonna start seeing like a different type of like society like moving forward. Like these kids who are gonna grow up who live this. You know what I mean? And it's gonna be radical. It's gonna be radical for sure.
Yeah, it's
This shit
weird.
is like a Stephen King movie or something like. It's to that effect. Like, not only is it going to create like a new kind of generation, but everybody thinking it's about the now. This is about what will happen later more than anything. Because he's actually
100%.
right. Like, because this is after our generation and my generation particularly, because I'm a little bit older than they are. Like tradition is going out the window. People don't make their kids go to church. The programming that we used to have culturally, we don't even have anymore. So now,
But I think you and Joe about the same age.
all right, but so now,
Wait, Joe, how old are you again?
Yeah, I'm turning 30 next month.
Hey, y'all about the same age. Well, you like 35, 34?
no, yeah, something like that, gangster.
Nah, nigga, it's low, it's high, it's high.
You know what I mean?
That's wisdom accrued. That's all.
Yeah, man. So like, and it's like people don't make their kids do the same shit. So the programming is not there. And now with what's going on with this is just fear because they don't know what to believe because they're taught by phones and they're programmed by that. So they're gonna believe whatever that shit tells them to believe instead of word of mouth. So it's gonna be dangerous because they're gonna be the ones that's gonna be in control of leading the free world soon. And ideally they believe in technology. So
Yep.
it's gonna be scary. It is, man.
Do y'all think like the school year should go on or it should like be prolonged another year?
Oh man.
Yeah,
You got
that's
kids in college, then you got kids in like littler schools, and you gotta think about both sides.
yeah, that's a really tough question, right? So like this country, just all around, right? Like nationally, we're really low when it comes to um generalized intelligence rates, right? So like pretty much every country, every developed country in the world is superior to us in pretty much every category: mathematics, science, um, geography. Like it's weird. Like not a lot of people in this country can even name 15 countries and cities that exist outside of our own, right? And let alone the countries and cities that exist in their own country. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just the entire natural world around us is just superior to us in every way, but just for some reason we were just gifted this amazing system that for somehow still works 250 years later. I mean, I guess you can make an argument about whether or not it's working or it's broken, but that's not really here or there. It's just like moving forward, I think like the real question is like we're already having a gap year right now anyway, right? Because schools ended early, and in some instances are not starting back up. It's really going to impact people that look like us more than anything else. Because I mean, I know how I was growing up when I didn't have any money in Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? And I know that my brother is growing up in Baltimore, pretty much in the same type of environment that I was in.
Yeah.
And I know for him that learning learning remotely, like over computer, is gonna be rough. And there are things that people are just gonna miss. And then you have a shrinking job market and a shrinking education sphere. So what's that gonna get, right? You're adding two bad things together.
I couldn't imagine trying to learn some shit like trigonometry over a computer. Like
It's
that shit's
impossible.
crazy.
It's impossible. It's already hard enough now, right? And so moving forward, I don't really know what America is gonna do. Um, a lot of people are probably going to go into the military, and with the whole fucking thing that's going on with China, I don't think that that's going to slow down any further. And that's probably really the only way that we can go. Like, I don't know if you guys have fucking seen the markets at all, but all that shit is fake, and it's going to come to a head pretty soon. And the only way to make sure that, we can be stable as a country is to fucking declare war on somebody, and China just fucking looks like they're ready to fucking do that. So we're fucked. Yeah.
World War Three. World War Three. If we get to see it, man.
Yeah,
You know.
Oh, we're we're already there. Fucking Trump gave us 45 days for fucking Microsoft to spend 50 billion
on
and if they don't,
TikTok. On motherfucking TikTok.
listen, not even just TikTok, like the fucking executive orders, they have Tencent listed in there more than ByteDance, right? And so fucking Tencent, they own Fortnite. Donald Trump really wants to ban Fortnite. It's the fucking craziest thing in the world.
Nah, bro, he ain't getting voted back. That's what that means. You take away Fortnite from little kids, nigga, they
Yeah.
you gonna let them
Yeah.
into that shit.
Yeah, no.
It's
That's
over.
not the way to go. That's not the way to go. And he's confused, right? So like those K-pop kids are the ones that have just been fucking screwing him over, right? And so like K-pop, it's Korean, it's not fucking Chinese.
Yeah, that's wicked. Well, yo, Roy,
Yeah.
Yeah, he don't even know it's Asian people.
Roy, your daughter's about to go to college. Like, is she going to stay on the dorm, or is she like about
Nah,
to?
she's gonna live. She's gonna live at home and just travel back and forth.
So is she doing like online classes, or is she actually going to campus for most of her classes?
She hasn't told me the specifics yet, but I think for the most part, she's in Connecticut. I think they're gonna be going to school.
Yeah, that's crazy. Man. I just can't
Yeah,
imagine.
man, it is kind of crazy to think about, but most important thing is just reinforce safety and precautions. No matter what you do,
Like,
because you could go out into the world, man. Just don't be around people and have them fucking in your face and everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's the most important thing. So, and it's unfortunate because they stopping a lot of the world, and they stopping a lot of people from being active and doing a lot of things people wanted to do on their bucket list, and and this is just like, I don't even know what to believe anymore with Donald Trump and with the whole COVID. But at the end of the day, I just wish everything was back to normal, man. I miss watching regular NBA, regular football, baseball with fans, soccer with no fans. All of this shit is weird.
yeah, that's crazy,
It's
man.
like
It is
super weird.
Yeah.
And it's like the kids, like, they don't know the severity of it yet but they're kids. We didn't know when the Persian Gulf War was going on, but it was happening.
Yeah, like the Twin Towers and shit like that.
Yeah.
No, I knew the severity of that because I was very
I
close
was
to
younger. I was young. I was in kindergarten.
that. I was in Manhattan. That shit was like the end of the world almost. I was like, what
Oh
the fuck?
shit.
I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
Lord. You thought Jesus was coming back.
Help me,
You started
please.
to- You're like, oh, man, I didn't mean to do that shit I did. Oh, man.
Nah, you stupid.
He said I was going to put the money back.
Yeah, I remember my grandmother. She came to pick me up when the news hit. Like everybody's parents came to pick them up out of school because nobody knew what was going on. It was a real scary time.
Yeah, man. That's like in one of those events that you've seen. So that was even surreal. So now to see this in my same generation, this is like,
Oh yeah, pray for Lebanon.
Yeah, man, Lebanon. Oh man, and just to see
Yeah, that shit
Lebanon.
yeah.
Even before that, had train bombings in Paris. Then 9/11. Then you got the school shootings. You got so much shit to deal with. And you would think like we would have a president that would try to like make us at ease, but no, he's on Twitter. That's his choice of platform and communication, which I never understand. He must have a stake in that shit or something.
I would think
And
so.
and and he just stirring up the pot, and I just don't understand. Like, he must have a bunker on Mars or somewhere he gonna flee to when they start letting off nukes and shit. Like,
We just don't know about it.
cause he's an asshole. And I
You know
don't like
what?
to
I'll
go.
probably say he wears his colors on his sleeve. That's the one thing I'll give him credit for. Like, we knew he was an asshole going into the race, and he decided to
Yeah,
go with the asshole instead of the secretive lady.
yeah, but you know what? His agenda is unknown, and that's what makes him even more dangerous. If he just came and told us what the fuck he was doing, like, hey, I'm out for big corporate businesses because I get a kickback, we'd be like, all right, Donald, you a
You
businessman.
saying you
We
saying he operate like Kanye?
yeah, he has a secret mission. Yeah, man, he definitely has a secret mission. We don't know because I think he gets caught up in the secret mission, and then something happens. It deters him. Like, oh, some real world shit is happening. Ah, damn. I got all this scamming and shit I'm doing in the background. I gotta pause that shit.
Yeah,
You know
I got
what
to
I
do
mean?
something now.
So
Yeah,
so how
I gotta make a statement about these little. Just something just happened. These midgets that just got kidnapped in Rwanda or some shit like that. Like,
so how y'all feel about Kanye? Do you
I
agree
love
with some of the
Kanye,
stuff he
man.
does? Do you like hate him? Like, exactly how you feel? Because I know where I stand. I understand him. He's a genius. It gets to where it needs to go. Sometimes it's not the most socially accepted thing, but it does get to where he needs it to go.
Did you hear that song with him and Travis? I think it's Travis Scott.
Is it recent?
Yeah, I think it is pretty recent. Like, it's
Because I know he's supposed to drop the album. I just don't know if
it's
it came
like
out yet.
Wash Away My Blood, Wash Away in the Blood. You ever heard of it?
I gotta check it out.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
wash me in the blood.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
like it.
I don't listen to with Kanye. I'm in a mindset where you're a billionaire essentially, right? You're rich. Your wife is super rich. And listen, I get it. Like, mental health is like a real serious issue, right? And so the reason why I'm so like fucking vitriolic towards Kanye is you got all the fucking money in the world. Like, you shouldn't be having fucking meltdowns on national television like every time you get on camera. You know what I mean? And like, if your mental health is as important to you as we can perceive it, right? It's like, you tell us, yeah, I have mental health issues. You know what I'm saying? I'm working through a lot of things. You know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff going on, but you don't actively take the steps required to make yourself healthy, then it just becomes a choice, right? At that point. You know what I mean? I know that that kind of sounds like heartless to a degree. Listen, like, I want to be perfectly clear. Like, I feel for the guy, right? But there's also like a second portion to it where it's like Kanye is one of the biggest voices in our community, and that's unfortunate, because like the stuff he says is really damaging. Like, where do you come off saying that Harriet Tubman, of all people, you know what I'm saying, like, didn't, like, she just took slaves from one master to another? Like, not only is it insensitive and moronic, it's just wholly inaccurate and irresponsible. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, that's that super racism that, like, I don't know if you guys are familiar with these names at all: Sebastian Gorka, Stephen Miller, Steve Bannon, all of these guys who were Trump's personal advisors. That's the type of shit that, like, you get from them. Like,
Yeah.
I know you guys probably haven't gone to the fucking Breitbarts of the world or the Blazes of the world just to fucking read what these people on the super alt-right actually think. And it's some real sick shit, man. And a lot of the stuff that Kanye says comes from these places, right? And where I am with him, like, his music is great, but just like art, man, like we all agree R. Kelly is a fucking monster. You know what I'm saying?
He's a musical genius.
A
Musical genius,
musical
Lord.
Can't
genius. You
read
know what
or
I'm saying?
write, and he a musical genius.
Yeah,
Musical genius. You know what I'm saying? But we agree that he's a monster, and I think that we have to come to terms with the fact that Kanye isn't for us. Maybe he was at one point, but he's not the same. He's not the same dude that made Jesus walk so many years ago. You know what
so
I'm
would you say R. Kelly is for us?
saying? um, listen, I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you, man. I that black room was the sickest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Um, but fucking Kanye West saying slavery was a choice, like, really made me want to drive to fucking Wyoming and fucking stab him because it was the dumbest thing I ever heard in my entire life.
You know what? I ain't gonna lie, bro. I think I'd rather take Kanye than R. Kelly, even though I don't agree with some of the shit Kanye say. It's just, man, Kelly
Yeah,
is
well,
so.
Listen,
if I had the choice, I don't want either one.
Ah, yeah,
listen,
right.
listen. I have no problem with R. Kelly, and I have no problem with Kanye West, and I'm going on the record saying it.
Wait,
But
Roy, did you watch the documentary? Did you watch the
yeah,
documentary?
I watched it,
How'd
and
you feel about it?
I feel like, damn, when's Bill Cosby's coming? And then after Bill Cosby, Kanye's coming. And then after that, they're going to probably do one on. But you know who's just not getting enough? Jeffrey Epstein. You know who, all them other shits that's done about Ted Bundy's, we don't pay. But as soon as they try to destroy one of our heroes, they got us programmed to go all in. We know,
Mhm.
none of us know all the facts. None of us know all the facts. We just know what they telling us. We just know what one party is saying. We just know what a bunch of people saying. So now we know R. Kelly like to fuck young girls. We don't know that he does it when they're not 18. It's facts. It's people coming forward saying all this shit years later. That's understandable. If it happened, I empathize with those people. But to ruin a man's legacy, like for his sexual preference and his sexual desires, I like now they making examples of like Harvey Weinstein and shit like that, and Kevin Spacey and all these other white men that's been doing this shit for years. You know what I mean? So now it's the Me Too movement. So now it's just really popularized to be victimized. You know what I mean? Whether it's from little men coming saying they was touched by Catholic priests, or it's R. Kelly bitches saying R. Kelly touched them, or somebody else touched them. This is the victim season. You know what I mean? And it's just unfortunate that culturally we buy into that shit so quick and easy. Like we let them destroy our heroes. Like,
So
and
you
they
saying R. Kelly's somebody hero?
he was at one point. That
No,
nigga
no,
made he
I
made I
totally agree with
Believe
you.
I Can Fly. That nigga was making 12 play. That nigga made Step in the Name of Love. R. Kelly's a musical genius. Just like they destroyed Michael
I mean,
Jackson, bro.
musical wise, yeah,
Now
he
look,
was a hero.
now
But I'm
look,
just saying
now look.
overall.
Now I'm glad I didn't even bring up this conversation, but look at the comparison. R. Kelly, right? And what was the other one you say? I'd rather take Cool, R. Kelly or who?
Kanye.
R. Kelly or Kanye. You mush them niggas together, who you got? Michael Jackson. They ruined Michael Jackson too, my nigga. They made us think Michael Jackson was crazy, touching little boys. They got the Never Never Level. All our heroes, they got all fucked up.
Well, he did hang
Conscious.
that baby over the fucking banister
Yeah,
by the
I ain't
leg.
gonna.
That
I
was
love Mike musically, but
we
Mike was
we
a fucked
saw
up
that.
person later
Alright,
on
my
in life
nigga,
too.
he did. He bought that baby. So, nigga, when you buy a baby, you can do whatever you want. You
What
ever?
do you mean? Nah,
Nigga said,
nigga,
nigga
sick,
said, you
bro.
ever bought a baby?
Sick, my
No, I don't
nigga.
think you. I don't think you have. That
So
nigga
you
was
saying if
buying
you buy a
babies.
baby, you about to hang that shit over the ledge?
That nigga Mike had money and he was bored and he was getting crazy, just like Kanye.
Yeah.
Why the fuck does Kanye have a ranch in Wyoming? That nigga's not a fucking horse.
Wait. Wyoming is a beautiful place.
It is. It
All
is,
right,
and
nigga.
there's less than 200,000 people that live there. So.
And he has
And it's
about
gorgeous. You get
600
a lot of
acres,
land
I
for a
think.
good price. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Okay, cool. You go
Yeah.
get you a ranch in Wyoming.
No.
That's not gonna be my. That's
So you
not gonna
say
be my desired home
yeah, so
place
I'm
for my
saying you
ranch.
saying if you could get a lot of land for a good price, you wouldn't do it.
In Wyoming?
Anywhere.
It's cold out there.
Nigga, I do not want to live in Wyoming. In Wyoming, don't even sound like it's niggas in Wyoming. Like, I want to be in Wyoming.
There's one. There's one.
But I know
Range a little different.
Wyoming is was an Indian territory, so I can believe that it's beautiful. But I don't want to be there. I want to be somewhere that's civilized.
Well, I think the main reason he had it in Wyoming was because like he gets creatively influenced by those surroundings. Like,
but that's good.
Taxes.
That's good. That's
and
good.
probably taxes too, but it puts them in a different space. Like, I can understand taking a trip somewhere to get your mind right for a project or something that you want to be abstract about, and then just being in that mode when you come back to work, or if you're working over there, you're stuck in that mode, so it comes out exactly how you thought it would.
Nigga, the point is, on top of that, I'm not ready to write off our heroes because they tell us to. That's my point. Because you know why? I was raised. Now,
well, look, so you saying about the R. Kelly documentary, you saying that you don't believe everything that they.
I'm saying I don't know what to believe because I wasn't in the room with the nigga. I don't know what he was doing. I didn't see nobody ID. I don't know what arrangement he had with Aaliyah parents. I don't know what arrangement he had with the girl Sparkle, whose niece that was supposedly underage. I don't know the arrangement Michael Jackson had with these people's parents that they was dropping this and these motherfucking kids off in Michael Jackson house. I don't know. Exactly. But what I do know is that all these niggas was heroes and they come for all our heroes. And now it's Will Smith's turn. That nigga had a crystal, sparkly career, and he got something on his ass now with this whole August Alsina shit.
Well, I can't even say that's the same type of shit though. Like, that's the whole.
It's not, because Will and Jada are kind of monsters. Like,
because that's their thing. Yeah.
It's really weird. But to your point though, I think I do agree on like the majority of it, right? Like, when it comes to Cosby and Aura, less with Kanye because fuck that guy, but.
That's fucked up.
Bro, Kanye has been implanted, bro. Kanye was, the nigga made Jesus Walks, bro. You know how big that
it's not the same person.
Listen.
Yeah.
Listen.
Huge.
Kanye, let me tell you why he was infiltrated. Just like his voice was too loud. They sent the fucking insurgents in, the most deceptivest devil bitches ever, the Kardashians, to get Kanye. The nigga made Jesus Walks, bro. That shit was a monumental song that they seen how that shit was positive. And what he was doing with it, he didn't even realize the power he had from just making music. So then they send the Illuminati. A lot of people don't like to believe it. Sometimes it could be literal, sometimes it could be figurative, but they sent that shit after him, bro, because they had to dim his light. And after they dimmed his light was when he signed deep into Rockefeller. Then everything became dark for Kanye. You know what I mean? It wasn't pink polo no more.
So you go with the Illuminati thing. So are you jacking that holes in the Illuminati? Since everybody say that?
I'm not jacking. I'm not telling you what I'm jacking, but what I'm jacking is that Kanye was sent for. That's what I'm telling you. And being that he was sent for, you could tell he's not in the right mental space.
I think the whole mental thing happened with his mom. I think after she died, everything just kind of went left field, I don't think he ever recovered fully from that.
I believe it, but having the right people around you, and that's why I said they sent for him. You ever seen the movies The Devil's Advocate, bro?
For sure.
And like in that movie, the devil is coming after this dude's wife, crazy, and she's like going crazy because she's seeing things she don't really see, and it's all based upon she thought she was seeing things, but the movie was showing you things that was literal, but you got to think about it more figuratively. Like when people be around you, they're not the right people. They snakes and they demons, bro, and they suck your energy out of you. And I think he's been sucked dry. That's why he's not as creative as he was. And his, you know, getting caught up in social media and being pulled emotionally with Kim, that's making him just like that. And I understand that shit, man. And I really feel for him, like, because nobody don't really know the maze that he's running around in his own head, man. You know, and he's saying a lot of dumb shit. He is saying a super amount of dumb shit, but you know why? Because the only reason because he has the platform and we're listening, and people is just making memes out of him.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so yeah, I agree. I agree with what you're saying, and you know, I want to tread carefully, right? Because like again, like I want to reiterate that mental health stuff is really, really important. You know, but again,
Yeah.
I don't know, like fucking like. Listen, like when it comes to Cosby and R. Kelly, I feel the same way, right? Like you grew up watching Cosby. Cosby is the black father to
That's
all
my
of us,
daddy.
Out of America.
right? Yeah,
You know
Everybody
what?
daddy
Uncle
was
Phil
a
was my
pervert,
guy.
nigga.
Uncle Phil was my guy.
Uncle, and
yeah,
they made
Uncle Phil too.
they
Uncle Phil too. Yeah.
They have to emasculate that nigga because you know why? In the 90s, they leaked that Uncle Phil was boning Uncle Carl Winslow. And we all knew that they was gay. So they didn't have to emasculate them and do anything to them. They was already done. Two of our greatest fathers in black culture was gay niggas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like Bill Cosby, they had to do that. Every fucking hero we get, bro. I'm waiting for us to tell us what the nigga, the Black Panther nigga, gonna do something wrong.
Yeah.
He's the real black hero.
I think he's getting tired of doing the fucking Wakanda symbol though.
Yeah, hell yeah. Gotta be.
All right,
He's like, motherfuckers, I don't even talk like that.
Before we wrap this up, is there anything else that we missed that we ain't go over?
At my crib, I got baddies galore. They just blow all the rats on couture. On the beach, we just chill by the shore. I need MTV Chris Roy tour. I got race, I call that Danny Phantoms. When I don't take them out, they get tantrums.